Welcome back to another heavyweight crypto contest. Getting straight into it in the red corner with a current price of 70 cents, an all-time high of $3.09. The circulating supply is currently 80% of the total supply. There's a total value locked on chain of $362 million, and the current market cap is $25 billion. It's Cardano. And in the blue corner with a current price of $2.56, an all-time high of $5.35. The current circulating supply is only 32% of the total supply. It's got a total value locked on chain of $1.26 billion and a current market cap of $8 billion. It's SUI. Moving straight on to what we get with both of these blockchains. And with Cardano, we get rock solid security with an academic-backed, resilient L1 blockchain. There's thousands of stake pools, making Cardano one of the most decentralized proof of stake blockchains in the crypto game. The Ouroboros proof of stake is designed to be eco-friendly while maintaining that high level of security, and the separation of computation and settlement layers is perfect for enterprise applications and DeFi applications. And with SUI, you're getting blazing speed, instant finality and parallel processing. It handles high volumes with ease, with no congestion and low fees. And the Move programming language can be used for an object-based model with enhanced security and flexibility. And SUI is perfect for gaming and NFT applications that require real-time responsiveness, scalability, speed, and low fees. So moving on to the common criticisms of each of these blockchains, and Cardano has suffered from slow development. It's been around for a long time and not much has happened, and that's due to its academic approach, and the solutions are not widely used in the real world. The small DeFi ecosystem and low total value locked on chain are indications of that lack of real world adoption. Cardano's smart contract programming language, Plutus, is also difficult to program in, which is another deterrent for would-be DeFi applications and programmers. And with SUI, we have low adoption and low ecosystem maturity compared to other blockchains such as Ethereum and Solana. There are centralization concerns, with Miston Labs still having a lot of control over the project, and the on-chain activity is coming from incentives like staking pools and yield farming as opposed to real-world organic demand. Okay, so coming over to DeFi Llama and having a look at the on-chain data, we can see that SUI is pretty dominant here in terms of the total value locked and the volume that's going through the blockchain as well. So while Cardano has a much higher market cap, there's actually much more activity on SUI. So we can see the DEX volume for 24 hours, 395 million on SUI. And then we come over onto Cardano and we can see the DEX volume is only 1.49 million. And the total value locked on Cardano is 342 million. And when we take a look here at SUI, it's 1.28 billion. And we can see the total value locked, it ran up towards the start of 2025, had a sharp drop off, but it has been recovering quite nicely. And when we look at Cardano, it had that run up as well, and that's related to when Trump said it was going to be in the Federal Crypto Reserve, and then it's been dropping off since then, and there hasn't been much of a recovery. And the same goes for the volume on Cardano. So Cardano, it has an academic approach, and its value seems to be based in the academics as well, as opposed to on-chain data where SUI is much more dominant. Now, the one thing that goes against SUI is that 80% of Cardano's tokens have already been released, while with SUI we've only got like 33% of the tokens released. And we can see the release schedule here is going to be steady up until the end of 2025, then it's going to shallow out a bit into 26, and the token unlocks are going to be going on well into 2030. So you're going to need a lot of new users coming into SUI, and you're going to need a lot of DeFi apps, gaming apps, and those NFT apps coming into SUI as well to keep the growth going, because it is an inflationary token for the next 5 to 6 years. So coming over to the charts and looking at SUI, it started off very well, and then it came down, had a nice rounded bottom through the great consolidation of 2024, and then it shot up like a rocket towards the end of 2024 before coming down a lot with the rest of the market in 2025. So we can see that run up from August 24 was 800%, which is really cool if you caught a lot of that, and I'm sure a lot of you would have. And then the drop off to the bottom was 60%, so you would have given 60% of those gains back. Now in recent weeks it started to recover and it's back up about 22%, which is quite decent. Moving on to ADA, and we can see it hasn't really done that well since 22. Okay, start of 23 and into the first leg of the bull run it did quite well, and then it kind of came down through the great consolidation. And it seems when Trump announced that the token would be in the Federal Reserve that it started doing very well. It had a huge increase of 255%, but it's given a lot of those gains back, and it's currently given 44% of those gains back. And unlike SUI, we're not seeing that recovery, that nice recovery where the price is starting to move back up. So we are seeing strong recovery in SUI, not today, but in recent days we have. And this is the chart that matters the most. It's ADA versus SUI. So we can see back in the day, ADA was doing much better, and then it dropped down massively when SUI started trending. It recovered a little bit through the great consolidation, so it did better in that mean reverting market. And then as soon as SUI started trending again, it really did a lot better than ADA. And we can see the Trump announcement brought something back for Cardano, and then it lost some of those gains, and it has been doing quite well against SUI. But if we look at the bottom of the range, that's where I think it's going to be going. I think everything is in SUI's favor when it comes to an investment, except for the inflationary nature of the token unlocks with SUI. So if I was going to be buying one of these, it would definitely be SUI. It has more real world adoption, and it's got the mind share. When retail comes into the market, they're going to be buying SUI.